You was revenge with this question. Instead of Dame, why don't the Sixers target CJ McCollum? They'd get better while also not gutting their depth like they'd have to do in a trade for Dame. If that's the secondary option for Daryl Morey and the Sixers, I don't hate it because CJ McCollum gives you something that the Sixers don't currently have. That's a shooting guard who can create, score from all three levels, and can be depended upon to get buckets late in games and not be a liability like Ben Simmons was. And a future backcourt of Tyrese Maxey at point guard, I think he should start at point guard for Philly next season. I would not include him in a Ben Simmons trade. You might have to do that to bring in Damian Lillard, which goes back to your point. But I think a future backcourt of Tyrese Maxey and CJ McCollum would be interesting with Joel Embiid down low. Gives you a lot of floor spacers, gives you creators, ball handlers, and can kind of open up space down low for Embiid to operate a little bit. Let's get to this question from Rob. Who's better next season, Knicks or Sixers? Currently, right now, I think the Knicks are the better team than the Sixers. I think the Sixers kind of overexceeded expectations last year and played better. I don't think they really were the number one team in the Eastern Conference according to some of those playoff standings. I'm also trying to give a verbal shout out to the last two Super Chats. One coming in from Parker Briggs and EP. Thank you for those Super Chats. Bringing those in. Appreciate you guys. I do think the Knicks right now are the better team on paper than the Sixers, but obviously all of that changes as we're breaking this down live for you on our live show on Monday. When or if the Sixers trade away Ben Simmons. And if we do, we're going to break it down on our brand new Sixers channel. Speaking of those two channels, we launched a Knicks channel as well as a Sixers channel. Who do you think is the better team right now working off that last point? NYK for the Knicks, PHI for the Sixers. Get your votes in the comment section down below. And we have a little bit of a competition going on with the Knicks and the Sixers in addition to who the better team is. The race to 1,000 subscribers is on, and over the weekend, the Sixers picking up a lot of subscribers and a lot of momentum, overtaking the Knicks. We're a short while away from the Sixers getting to 1,000 subscribers, but could the Knicks come back once again and overtake Philly? Chatsports.com/76erstv will take you to the subscription page for our Sixers channel. Chatsports.com/KnicksTV allows you to subscribe to our brand new Knicks channel. Prado with this question coming in on this mailbag. Thoughts on this three-team trade? Ben Simmons and Shake Milton to the Spurs, White and Joe to the Kings, Murray, Vassell, Hield, and picks to the Sixers. Okay, so we got Derek White in there. We got Devin Vassell. We got DeJounte Murray, a bunch of really big names. So there was a recent report that came out that the Sixers were asking the Spurs for like 4 future first-round picks as well as a young player for Ben Simmons. I'm not sure that deal is going to work. Do I think that Simmons to the Spurs could work? I'm very intrigued by the idea. I'm interested to see if Ben Simmons can go somewhere to be the focal point offensively, and you really just surround him with a lot of shooters. And what have the Spurs done in free agency? Doug McDermott, $14 million per year. Bryn Forbes comes back. They have some other shooters on that roster. They've had a lot of success with international players. Ben Simmons hails from Australia. He'd be perfect to go to San Antonio. Doesn't have to deal with the pressure cooker of Philadelphia. I think he'd fit in nicely there. T4K Smith 99. Will Buddy Hield get traded maybe for Simmons or Siakam? I do think Buddy Hield could be included in a trade package for Ben Simmons. If I'm Daryl Morey from the Philly perspective, I'm not trading Simmons to Sacramento unless I get back to Aaron Fox. Because Buddy Hield certainly gives me a guy that I need, a shooter, one of the best shooters in the NBA since he came into the league statistically, alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I think he could get dealt, but with that team that you have right now, I think he fits in nicely alongside Fox, Halliburton, Rashawn Holmes, and Harrison Barnes. So that's a team that I really like right now. Slide in my DMs too. If you have a trade idea, let me know. You got a question about the NBA? Hit me up at Chase_Senior. Give me a follow on Twitter. Love interacting with our massive audience here at Chat Sports, which really spans the globe as well as every pocket and corner and coast on the United States.